All right. So Dina, do you want to introduce yourself? And I'll introduce myself too, because I know that there's some people who, have been enrolled by other people who don't know either of us. So
yeah, that sounds great. Thanks, Haley. Hi, everybody. I'm Dina Doyle, and I'm part of your team here with Color Street. I am so excited to welcome you. This is such an exciting time. You joined at the perfect time. And a little bit about my story. I joined Color Street. This is my anniversary month. So I joined 4 years ago. Did I freeze up?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay, sorry. So I joined Color Street 4 years ago. I'm a high school teacher. I was a co-teacher with Haley. That's how we met. And I came into Color Street with zero experience. I had never sold anything. My skill set is working with teenagers. I hosted a party. I got some freebies. Like Nada said, I was getting compliments everywhere I would go about my polish. And I've always worn nail polish, and I couldn't believe the reaction I was getting. And my husband was like, "You've got to check this out." And I did not think I could fit it in my busy schedule as a high school teacher with 3 busy kids. We had just gotten a puppy the week before. I was like, I don't think I can take on one more thing. And he was like, "Listen, this is the greatest thing, I can tell." And so I decided to jump right in, give it a try. I started just doing parties right away. I had a party a couple of days after I joined, and I just jumped right in. And I was like, well, you know what? Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can make of this. It's nail polish. It's inexpensive. Nail polish isn't going anywhere. And it just became something that I would slip in the cracks of my day. Like I'd be waiting to get my son off the bus. I would do a post. I would be making dinner, and I would put a training on my phone on speaker, and I would listen. I would be, my kids would be doing homework and I'd be helping them. I could make a post, so for me, I was able to get it started by slipping it in the cracks of my day. I have grown to love beyond belief. I mean, I still love teaching, of course, but this has filled me with so much joy, so much positivity. I have grown as a person. I joined on my 44th birthday, and I kind of thought I was done growing. I was like, now it's my turn to focus on others. And I can't believe how much I've grown personally, in confidence, as a mom, as a teacher, financially. This has been such a huge blessing for our family. And I am so excited to help others grow with this and try new things. I never expected to have a team. I came in thinking I just was going to sell some packs of polish. I wanted my daughter and I to earn these for free, and that was really my plan. And once I realized that this was very lucrative and that our team is incredibly supportive, I decided to see what I could make of this, and why not share this with everyone. So I love to share. I love to help others with their business. And I am here for all of you with Haley and Jen and the rest of the team every step of the way. And I'm super excited to help you get started.
Yay. And I want to just piggyback real quick before I introduce myself. And I see Angie's here. So hi, Angie. Thanks for hopping on. But I remember. Oh yeah, and I get to like your face. Name. Yay.
Hi, I'm actually at work, and we have no power at home, so I stayed at work late.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna have power till tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. So, a lot of people lost power.
Yeah.
My legs were flickering earlier. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to get on the Zoom.
I know, and I'm gonna take off my video because I'm at work, but I'm gonna listen. So I apologize. If I have a question, I will ask it. And if I have to log off, that means I have to go home.
Okay, no worries. Yep, it's already recording, so we're good to go.
Wonderful. But yeah, I'll stay on as long as I can. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to share too, Dina, like something that popped in my head when you were talking, and just because we've got all these newbies with us, as I remember when I joined and I was a newbie and I went to that first meeting, and so the month after I joined, and I remember, because I joined with Dina, and I remember she was a team leader. So that was probably what would have been like 6 or so months after you had joined. And now she is a senior executive director, right, with the company. And I remember like being like, oh, I want to be a team leader. Like, what is that? Dina is. And then it's like, and then within a month or so, I was a team leader. And then now I'm up to, so I just want to share that with you guys because you're going to hear from us and we're going to share a little bit of our story because we want to show you like what's possible because we didn't know what was possible when we first started and we just kind of looked to others. It was like, oh, if Dina can do that, I can do that. like, so yeah. It's got that part's kind of cool. So, so a little bit about me. I know most of you guys know me, but some of you who are watching this call, don't. So yep, I'm Haley and I am one of the leaders on our team as well. And I've been with Color Street since January of 2018. And yes, I'm a teacher too. I'm a special ed teacher. About to start my 9th year of teaching in a brand new district. So things are about to get real crazy here in the next couple of weeks. But kind of like Dina said, I didn't know that this would provide like so much growth and so much, financial like amazingness and, the trips and all the incentives that they offer and things that I've been able to earn. But really like, there's something about Color Street that is different and you guys might be able to relate in your day jobs, right? Because all of us kind of do this on the side. But like with teaching, I love teaching, but and I've said this before too, so some of you may have heard this already, but like, it doesn't matter how hard I work, my income is not going to change. So that's one of my favorite things about Color Street and something that I didn't know that I needed in my life was just that ability to be able to like, use that hard work and see like a tangible outcome from it, I guess. So then I get the best of both worlds, right? I get like this feeling of like I'm helping students and I love teaching and I love the content that I'm teaching. But then at the same time, it gives me that drive and like the feeling of accomplishment when I'm able to achieve a goal with Color Street. And you kind of get both of those things together. So that's one of my favorite things about this business. So we are all here to help you. And then I don't know, Dina, do you want to kind of give like an overview maybe of what we're going to talk about today? And then
Yes.
get going?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds great. One thing I want to share that Haley, that just reminded me of a big game changer when I joined was something that one of our teammates, Debbie Bry, shared. She said, we are offering people a solution. Like this was kind of like when I first joined, I was a little bit sometimes reserved or shy. And I was like, I don't want to bug people. How do I say it? How do I bring this up? And she said, we are offering people a solution. We are saving people time. We are saving people money. We are allowing them to have self-care and beautiful polish that really might brighten someone's day. It might add pep in their step. So this pack of polish that is inexpensive is providing them a way to save money and save time and still feel really good. So I remember when I heard that was my game changer. And I was like, I'm sharing this with everyone because who doesn't love to save money, save time, and to have a beautiful manicure and pedicure? So I always like to share that because I remember that's when my mindset shifted. Mm-hmm. So Haley and I want to talk about parties and how we do the parties and how many we do and kind of the way that works for our business. We want to talk about the Franks list and how that helped us get started and how that really just kind of keeps us focused on who to reach out to. We want to talk about you as, pioneers in Canada, founding stylists to get this going. Also, the beautiful ability to take these everywhere on the go. And then we want to talk about the opportunity to offer this to others and enroll, which would lead you into jump starts and the Circle of Excellence incentives. And then we're going to end with setting goals and a Q&A if you have anything that we didn't cover. So
we'll explain the programs too. Sorry, Dina, I didn't mean to cut you off. We'll explain what the Circle of Excellence and the jump is. If you're like, what is this? We'll make sure to talk about that too.
Yeah. And we're going to try to keep this to an hour.
Yep.
So, because we know everyone's really busy.
Yeah.
So Haley,
Jen, maybe could you be the person who tells us to be quiet at 7:50 so we can have 10 minutes of Q&A?
That's a good idea, Haley.
Cut us off. All right.
Do you want to start with parties, Haley?
Yeah, sure. So one of the things that like when Dina said, the first thing she did when she started was she was like, I'm just jumping in and having a party. So really, like I always say this to people and even to my hostesses when I'm doing parties for them, which actually since pre-COVID, I've been doing virtual parties and that's all I do anymore. So we'll talk about the different ways you can do a party or a nail bar. We kind of use those terms interchangeably. But they are like the heart of our business. Like that's how I met Nada, right? I met her through a referral, but I mean, like, that's how I met other people at her party. Maybe Bronca would have been a better example of that. But right, like that's how I have stylists that's how I met Karen, was through a party. I have stylists in Iowa. I have stylists in New Jersey. I have stylists in Pennsylvania, other different cities and states and everything. And that is how I've met all of them, is through parties. So the one thing that we would recommend when you first start out is we have what we call a launch +4. And I know I've shared, so I'm sorry if this is a repeat, but it's probably good to hear this anyway.
Yeah.
Again. But we have what we call a launch +4 when we first start out. So doing like a party a week, right? Like 4 parties within a month is going to help get you toward your goal. And by goals, everybody's going to have different goals. We'll talk more about yours in the end, but this kind of leads into something we'll talk about soon, which is the Jumpstart program. If we could do a party a week, get that launch +4 going within your first month, you're going to hit all the jump starts that we're going to talk about. So like Dina hit all her jump starts. I hit all of my jump starts when I first started, and it was all from parties. So again, we'll talk about that later, what that actually is, but parties is going to kind of be like the road to get there. So what I would recommend doing is kind of writing out what we call our Franks list. And I know it's kind of going on to the next topic, but they kind of go hand in hand. But the Franks list stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, like your kids' friends or like parents of, your kids' friends, that sort of thing. And then you could even add an S to it for like social media contacts. So people who you're like friends with on Facebook, but like maybe you're not really, you kind of only chat with them on Facebook, that sort of thing, or Instagram, whatever it is, social media. So if you can kind of start writing out that list, those are going to be all of the people that, as you're, like Dina said, like kind of the founding stylist of Canada, introducing it to other people within your communities and your country. That's a really good starting point to be able to offer them samples to try, reach out, and even offer them a nail bar so that they can earn some freebies. And Color Street was really, really gracious this month and gave us all these August host exclusives. So you really have something to offer them. When I offer someone a party, yes, it helps me, but it's what's in it for them. And I really, really try to make it what's in it for them, which is that we can earn them some free product. And we can earn them this month only like free product that's just exclusive to hostesses. Like it can't be purchased. So I really go into it with what can I offer that person. But honestly, since you're just starting out, a lot of the people that you're probably going to feel the most comfortable asking are going to be your friends and family. Our friend Jackie kind of jokes around and says, ask the people who would eat dirt for you, right? Ask the people who are your sister, your aunt, your grandma, your mom, because they are going to do this to help you, right? But then soon you're going to start expanding out to where then people are going to want to have a nail bar because, like Nada said, right? It was a fun get together, right? And you got to put the polish on, or doing it virtually where it's super easy to just connect on Facebook and then earn some free stuff. So people now who are doing my nail bars for me are doing it because of what's in it for them. Because like, even though I know them and they're my customer or whatever, like they're not doing it as a favor for me, right? They don't know me that well to be like, oh yeah, I'll do it to help you. They're doing it because of what's in it for them. So ultimately you'll get to that point. But for right now, starting with asking those close people in your life. And you may have to ask 10 people to get 4 bookings or 12 people to get 4, you know what I mean? You may have to ask a few more, and that's okay. And some people, I'm going to throw this out there right now. Some people will say no. It's okay, right? It's not for everybody. Some people are not going to message you back. It's okay. Like, I took that really personally at first. And that's one of the main things I want to share with newbies is like, it's all right. And we'll get better with the practice too, of asking and of not feeling nervous. But really, like Dina said, we have something really awesome to offer them. And that's our job, is to just offer, right? And as long as we're going to give you guys some scripts and things that you can use too, as long as we're doing it genuinely and, out of a place of what's in it for them, it's not going to come across spammy pammy. So don't worry about that. And we'll definitely talk more about that too. So, Dina, do you want to add anything else, or do other people have questions as far as parties go?
Yeah, Haley, you covered all that so well. And I just want to add in there that parties are a great way to meet new people and to share an awesome product and to have some fun. And we have a lot of sample parties, like mock nail bars, and ways that we will help you, because you might be like, well, what do I do first? How do I get this started? Ultimately, it's sharing a quick demonstration and sharing the different polish we have and having some fun. It is short. I like to say fast, fun, and easy. It is a great way to share this product. And with you guys being in Canada and really being the first to share this, I think saying that to people, like, I have something that we've been waiting to share with Canada. This is new in Canada. And really reminding people of, it's been in the States for 4 years. Like, we just now have this option to buy it, to be a part of this amazing company. This is a revolutionary way to do your nails. That's a way I always word it with people. When I say this is a revolutionary way to do your nails, it has all the beauty of wet polish, but the no dry time, no smell, no smudges, no spill. It's inexpensive. It's convenient. People are busy. And when I'm sharing that with, as I'm trying to get bookings are just ways to get, more parties. I ask a lot of people because I know, like Haley said, there's some good stuff in it for them. And I also had to realize it's not about me if they don't message me back. It's not about me if they say, oh, no, thanks, I'm pretty busy right now. Even though I know it's fast, fun, and easy, right now for them, it's not good timing. I just continue moving on. And that's one of the things that I had to learn. So that's why we want to share it with you. It has nothing to do with the product or us. They just might be busy. They might feel overwhelmed. So, oh, no problem. I totally understand, and then I move on. But I always keep them in mind down the road. Maybe, timing might be different. So we just urge people to continue asking, to have fun with this. Your excitement is going to be contagious. And when people see your polish and they compliment your nails, I say, it's Color Street. I could totally hook you up with these for free. And then it segues into a conversation. Like, I did these myself. I could totally hook you up. Would you be interested? So it might be very casual. Yes, Jen, your fingernails are your walking billboard. You're totally right. I was at the orthodontist today with my daughter, and the receptionist said, your nails are so pretty. And I was like, thanks, it's Color Street. Have you heard of it? And she was like, no. And I said, I did these myself. And so I gave her one of these with the prep pad and with the sample. And I had my information on the back. And I said to her, are you on Facebook? And she was like, yeah. And I said, well, I'd love to add you to my Facebook group. So she pulled out her phone and I told her the name of my group, and she joined my group right then, and so that's kind of how I incorporate it into my busy day. I have 3 teenagers. So if tomorrow I'm taking we're going to be at the eye doctor and the dermatologist, so I'm going to have, my nails are done. I'm going to have these with me. And if anytime somebody says, how's your summer going? They've opened the door for me to say, oh, it's going great. I'm a teacher, so I'm off in the summer. So I'm loving Color Street. Have you ever tried it? I just keep it very casual. I don't say like, do you want to have a party? I just say like, oh, it's so fun. Have you tried it? And then I pull out a sample and I say, I love to give these fun samples out. They are great accent nails. You can polish the rest of your nails, or you can put this over your acrylic. I always think about how excited I get for a sample at the mall or a sample at the grocery store. People love samples, so give these away, and better yet, put them on right then if you're able to. Put it on over your own nail, put it on their nail, walk them through it. Don't worry about taking off your polish. I have put these on right over my polish a million times. So you definitely want to use that as an opportunity wherever you're at.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I met one of our teammates in Jamaica like a month ago, and she commented on my nails, and we were talking. I said, oh yeah, I'm going to Cancun next week too, because it was like Jamaica and then Cancun. And she goes,
oh yeah.
She goes, really? You're going to Cancun? Like you're already like, and I said, oh, actually I earned this trip with Color Street. And so then I started, and she's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's my nails. And then we started talking, gave her a sample, and the next thing you know, she's hosting a party, and then she's joining Color Street. And I met her for the first time in Jamaica. Doesn't live near me. She lives in like Washington, D.C. area. So it's amazing how you'll connect with people when you're out and about, as long as you're just free to like chat with them casually, and then they're not going to be like, oh, she's trying to sell me what is she doing? But no, it was just like, it kind of just came up naturally. And then I, wasn't afraid to just like tell her about it. So yeah.
That's a great point. Hey, and it really is a relationship business. Oh, yeah. Jen, that's awesome.
Yep. That's what mine look like too. And I buy these on Amazon. I got like a whole pack of these organza bags on Amazon. And then, you just stick your business card, the alcohol pad, the little accent in there. And it's awesome to just carry in your purse.
So one important thing when you just said business card, oh, Jen, that's so cute. You want to make sure anytime you give these out, you want to make sure to get their information. In the very beginning, I did not do that. And I know I missed a lot of opportunities. I was like, I gave it out, but that's why I wanted the orthodontist receptionist to join my Facebook group. Or you could say, I'd love to send you an application video, like when you give the sample, what's your Facebook name or what's your email? Not everybody wants to give their cell phone. If you're comfortable asking, I'll text you it. You can do that, but you want to get their contact information so you can follow up. Hey, did you get a chance to try it? And that just because the more you do that, it becomes very natural.
Yeah, because sometimes they will sit in the bottom of someone's purse, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're out and about, you give them a sample and then they have like good intentions of trying it. They're excited in the moment, but then life takes over and it's sitting in their purse. But if somebody emails them or sends them a text or Facebook message and just says, hey, did you get a chance to try it? What'd you think? They're like, oh, shoot, I never tried it, and it's just a little, reminder to try it. So, yeah.
That's so true. And kind of speaking of that, sorry, Haley.
No, go ahead.
It's really important to have a Color Street notebook where you just write all of your things down. And I noticed you guys are writing, so you're all doing that. And awesome. And that's where you write down, follow up with so-and-so, follow up, or, and you're just constantly, this is kind of like your thing where you're going to do your writing it down, because you forget and you're like, oh, I'll remember I saw her at Meijer. Well, then you see people at other places. So you want to have a list of who to follow up with.
Right. Yes. And then I was just going to add the last thing we'll say about parties for now, because I know, it's a lot. And then you guys, if you have questions about parties or anything, but I will say I am more than happy. Like I live right outside the Detroit area. I'm vaccinated. I'm ready to cross the border. So if anybody wants to do like an in-person at your house party, if you have a hostess who wants to host and you just want some guidance, like I am happy to come over and do the party with you. So we can get together, and I'm a big traveler, so I'm ready to cross the bridge. Come on over. And then even if you want to do it virtually, like Dina and I were just talking before this, that either of us could go into your VIP group and do like a live video where we're talking about it. Because as a new person, you might be like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know the ins and outs. So like, we're more than happy if you want to just let us know if that's something you'd want us to do, just shoot me a message and we'll get it figured out. And we can go into your VIP group and do a live for you and sort of introduce it. And there's also a way too to do a live, like if you're, want to get your feet wet with doing the live videos and it's a little nerve wracking to some of us. I know it was for me. We can actually split the screen. So one person goes live and the other person requests to join. And then both of us are on the screen and it's kind of just like a talking back and forth kind of thing. So, I would highly recommend doing something like that, whether it's in person or on Facebook, as just kind of giving an overview to anybody in in your Facebook group or friends and family or that sort of thing. And they don't have to be scheduled too far in advance. You know what I mean? Like you could even plan something for the next couple of days if you're going to do it virtually, or if we are going to do an in-person thing, we could plan it for next week. Like, I think sometimes more time is actually worse, because then I know for me, I'll put something on my calendar and then I forget about it. But if I know it's like in a few days, like it's more in my mind, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I've got this going on or whatever. So it's how I've booked myself.
Yeah. I joined on a Friday and I did my party on a Monday. I was like, I got to get this going. I got to just get my momentum and make it happen. So it's definitely one thing that you could, just jump right in. Okay. So Haley and I love offering Color Street to everyone because we know what it's done for us. We know what it can do for others. And so even though you are brand new and you're probably thinking, I don't even know what I'm doing, how can I enroll? Enrolling right away is so exciting because you can learn together. You can have your friends, your relatives, your coworkers, your neighbors, anybody who might be interested in jumping right in and getting this started, and especially being one of the pioneers in Canada, you can enroll now. And Haley and I and Jen and the rest of the team will help you and will help them. Right. So that is where enrolling and selling really go hand in hand with growing your Color Street business. And I know when I first joined, I did not have any interest in enrolling. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how to grow a team. That sounded like, what? That sounds like I'm not ready for that. And then somebody had joined with me my first week and I said to her, I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out together. And that kind of made it fun because I realized I know a few things and I can help her, but the rest of it, I was asking questions and I was just, figuring it out with her. But enrolling is something that I absolutely love. I think of it as an opportunity that they may love as much as I do. And it would be so fun because, like, for example, Haley and I taught together. My sister's on my team. Haley's sister-in-law is on the team. Both of them, yes. 5 of my neighbors are on my team. The one behind my house and the one in front of my house. And so I'm surrounded by a lot of teammates, and that keeps me motivated because when I walk with my neighbors in the morning, it's fun to talk Color Street. When we sit by my neighbor's pool, we chat about it. When I'm at a school activity, chaperoning prom, we're all taking nail fees. And so I really made it just part of my group, and I know Haley's done the same. It's really fun when I'm with my sister at a family get together and our mom wears it, and we're taking nail fees. So really look at your Frank's list and really think like, hey, let's have some fun. Let's do this together and get people thinking that they could join with you. And you really want to offer that opportunity and to share this great experience.
Yeah. And another way that I think of enrolling too, is just the idea of you're here, right? And you would only be here if somebody asked you, right? Like, yeah. And I think of that all the time. Like I could go on, Gina and I both, and like we could all go on and on about what this business has done for us. And I think like once you get your feet wet, you're gonna feel it too. But that's what makes me want to share it with people, is because I'm like, well, if nobody asked me, and I got asked like 6 different times. So our friend Jackie actually is who introduced it to me. And she, poor thing, she asked me like 6 different, she kept being like, you ready yet? You ready yet? Because I kept dragging my feet. And then Dina asked me, and then I was like, okay, well, now if Dina's doing it too, okay. Like, and it was better timing anyway. Timing is just so key. And I don't think I would have been as successful if I would have done it 6 months earlier, because I wasn't all in at that point. But then I was all in. But that's how I think of it. So when I'm asking people, like, it genuinely, again, is like, I know, like, I just want them to be able to choose for themselves whether this could be a good fit for them or not, because I know how amazing it's been for me. And I would, like you said, like, I think you've said this before, Dina, like, I'd feel guilty not sharing it. I'd feel like I was being selfish because of the many different like things I've gotten out of it. So for sure.
Yeah, that is a great point. And, speaking of what we've gotten out of it, there's the amazing personal growth. There is the unbelievable financial blessing that we've come to deal, with this. And of course, then the extra incentives. And like Haley and I were saying, we're teachers, so we're not used to this. We're not used to.
You don't get to earn trips at school, Dina.
No trips, no luggage, no jewelry. And we do always say that nothing is guaranteed.
Right.
We do work hard to get the results, but again, there are no requirements. People can work it however, they want. But I know when Color Street offers an incentive trip, if Color Street offers a cash bonus or luggage or jewelry, I'm going to go for it. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to see if I can make it happen. And I have been able to, because of parties and just feeling like, why not put myself out there? The worst that's going to happen is someone says no, or they don't message me back.
Right. Oh no, did her sound go out for you guys too? Yep, your sound went out, Dina. Oh wait, now she's frozen. Oh no.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, there you are. Yep, we hear you now.
Sorry, I don't know where I cut off. I don't know if you heard where I said, if Color Street offers something, I'm going to go for it.
Go for it, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when I first joined, my goal was to make an extra $300 and to earn these for free. Like, I was like, that is going to be my goal, and that's all I want. And then I remember it was like $600 a month. And then I remember as I was enrolling and growing a team and partying, it was $1,000. Am I frozen?
No, we hear you. You said $1,000.
Then it was $1,000 a month. And then it was $2,000 a month. And then I was growing to $5,000 a month. And I realized, wow, the work I put in with enrolling and my sales and my parties, I'm seeing that financial result.
Right.
And, it has really grown over the 4 years. And I never expected to be in this financial situation. And we do have an income disclosure statement where it does share the breakdown of our level and what, people have made in that year. And like I said, nothing is guaranteed, but it has been very lucrative for our family. And
she paused again. So I'll finish that for her. I'll share with you guys the income disclosure statement that you can, when you're sharing it with people, as you're chatting with them about enrolling, you can let them know that's for statistics.
Was heading to college.
Oh wait, you know what? You cut out there for a second, Dina. I'm sorry. I just started talking because I was like, I'm going to talk while she's like frozen.
I don't know why it's been doing that. I'm so sorry.
No, okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna let Haley go because I don't or pick up from there. But I just wanted to share financially, It has become so much more than I ever expected. And it has allowed us so many extra things as a family, with our daughter heading away to college, with getting an in-ground pool, with getting my 16 and 17-year-olds each a car, to paying off our house. Those are things I never expected. And again, I have become like, just my mind has been blown that this isn't even an option. Everybody on our team has different goals. Some want to pay their car payment once a month. Some want to finish their basement. Some want to get landscaping. Some want to get lash boost and, their hair done once a month. Some want, travel money or date night money. So it goes all across the board. So whatever you're looking at, initially my goal, like I said, was $300 a month, and I wanted to earn these for free. And then I started realizing by growing a team and promoting and my parties and my sales, my income was growing as well. And I saw that direct correlation.
Right. Yeah. And I was just saying, Dina, that I'll send the income disclosure statement, because I know that like whenever we do talk about, Dina and I are sharing personal experiences, right? But we also want to let you know, right? There are, like Dina said, there are no guarantees, because we don't want people to be like, oh, well, we heard that you join and you can have money to pay off your house and blah, blah. And it really is, It's about the effort that you put into it, right?
And that's why we do share the income disclosure statement. Right. Anytime we do a post about a trip or about anything we've earned, we do share that, so people know it does take hard work. Right. It does take effort.
And I know for Canada, they will have an income disclosure statement specific to Canada within 6 months, obviously, once they get the data to see what everyone's earning. In the meantime, though, you guys can share the one from 2020 to show American stylists. So if you are having these conversations with people about enrolling, and obviously you're so new that you may be sharing some of these other stories that you're hearing of things that it's done for other people, that you can say, you know what, yep, my friend Haley or my friend Dina, this is what they shared. I'm new to this, right? But this is the app. It actually is data that shows the actual average incomes of different stylist ranks. So that way you can see, like, it really is based on, and when you guys see these numbers too, you're going to be like, oh, like, but I think you guys need to see the numbers and you need to hear these things, because like Dina and I said, like, we had to hear these things to know, for us to get motivated to be like, we're earning that trip, or I'm earning, that extra $1,000 a month so that I can go and purchase this and this. Right. And so that's why we're sharing this with you guys. So but do you guys have questions so far? Because I know it's a lot. I know it is. Okay, Dina, what's next on the list? We want to talk about jump starts or circle of excellence. I think those are the other two things, right?
Yep, that was it. Jump start. Okay, we've got 6 minutes. Okay, right. Jump starts. So you are all in your jump start period. So your jump start period is your first 95 days of enrolling. So they have set you up with 3 dates with different ways to jump start your business. So jumping right in and getting it started will provide you with a pacing guide of how to make things happen. So Haley will give you those first dates, and then I always put them in my phone. I always give myself like, okay, this is my date. Well, this is what I did. This is my date. This is what I need. And I was able to achieve my jump starts with the parties for my personal volume in sales. That's one of our jump starts. And then we have a second jump start for enrolling. So you can earn 2 jump starts, one for selling and one for enrolling. And that's the formula for success in our business. Not only selling, but also enrolling. So that's why they reward you for both of those jump starts. So if you hit your jump start, you're going to get product credit to buy more business supplies. And the person who enrolled you is going to get that match as the company's way of thanking you for helping them. Mm-hmm. And for supporting them. So these jumpstart rewards, these product credits never expire. Mm-hmm. And you can continue earning them throughout your Color Street journey. So even though Haley and Jen and I are way outside of our jumpstart period, we're still earning them because the people who were enrolling, they're hitting their jump starts. So if you enroll people and they hit their jump starts, you're going to be earning them. So they set you up for success. Follow these dates, follow this plan, hit these jump starts, and you'll be rewarded with the credits and with the pacing of how to get things done and have a successful, strong start.
And what's nice
I
about
wanna
them too, oh, go ahead, Jen.
I want to jump in here because your jump starts are so important when it comes to business supplies. And I learned my lesson the hard way because I didn't hit all my jump starts. So I was working a lot harder making sample cards. Like I had to get crafty, I had to make them, I had to do things. Those sample cards that Dina showed you, you can get those with your jump starts. Like it's huge. If there's one thing, like if I had, a crystal ball and I could go back and redo it, I would have like lit the fire under my high knee and really hit those jump starts, kind of thing. So my one piece of advice for you is if you can hit those jump starts, do it. And we're all here to support you with that.
Yeah.
That's really great to share, Jen. Thank you so much.
And two, with the jump starts, I do want to point out too that like they are all independent of each other. So like you could earn the sales one, and that's what Jen's talking about, right? You could earn the sales one, but maybe not earn the enrolling one. Or maybe you earn the first one, but the first sales one, but you don't hit the second one. Like, so I do want to tell people that because it's not all or nothing. Like you can still earn a really good, decent amount, even if you earned, 3 out of the 6 or 4 out of the 6 or whatever. And then the culminating one that's amazing is that if you promote to team leader within your first 3 commission periods, so like a commission period is like August is a commission period. September is the next one, and then October. So by the end of October, if you promoted to a team leader, which is the rank I said that Dina was at when I first joined, I was like, oh, I want to be a team leader. If you promote to that within your first 3 months, Color Street gives you it'll be different. We got to translate it to CAD, but in USD, it's $200. So just to give you an idea, if you did it in 4 months, it's $100, and that's actually cash. So that's not even product credit. That's like real hard cash that's deposited into your bank account, which is really sweet. And I was able to do that one. And that was one of the other things that like was a light bulb in my head that I was like, did I really just make $200? Like I just got a cash bonus. And then that lit the fire under me because I got a taste of that. And then I just kept going. You know what I mean? So that's something too that I would encourage everybody to just go for it and try to get that cash bonus and, promote to that level. And I always tell people like, go all out. And then if you're like, oh, I'm not having fun, this is cheap, then pull back, right? But we won't know unless we just dive right in and, and then you're going to, I think, at least from our experience, right? When you start to see the results, then that is like, okay, I want to keep doing this because I'm seeing results from it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's a great point. The work you put in the beginning to jumpstart it and you see those results, then you maintain that momentum and you've gotten a taste of it. And you're like, this is great. And plus the positivity, the camaraderie, the fun. And so jump starts really lead you into achieving Circle of Excellence.
Yeah.
So the Circle of Excellence is a program that Color Street incorporated, I think like a year and a half ago, because it was such an opportunity, the formula for success. So every single month, you have the chance to earn the Circle of Excellence. And that is for enrolling 2 people to your team and selling $1,000. So if you enroll 2 people on your team and you sell $1,000, you're going to be hitting those jump starts as well. So you're going to be rewarded from 2 different corporate incentives, jump starts and Circle of Excellence. And like I said, as soon as corporate offers an incentive, I'm going for it. Mm-hmm. The Circle of Excellence, Haley and I go for Circle of Excellence jump starts, anything they offer every time they do.
These are the little charms. I don't know where my necklace is at the moment, but this bag is just full of like my little circle of excellence charms. And so right now it's they went back to a bracelet, right?
Yes, this
yeah.
bracelet is amazing. I am getting this bracelet. I earned these trophies for getting 6 months in a row and then the next 6 months in a row. So they are constantly doing all sorts of things to get us, you know, to let us know that they see us, they recognize these achievements, and it's a cash bonus. The Circle of Excellence is a cash bonus depending on your rank, and you get the bracelet. And then every month you hit it after, you get a new charm to add to your bracelet. So it's fun. And then on top of that, you're getting paid every Thursday. And so we suggest jumping right in, hitting that Circle of Excellence, which would get you to hit those jump starts, and which would get you the cash bonus, the jewelry, the product credit, and then the pay.
Right. And I actually have the totals in CAD now, because now that they're putting all the assets.
Yeah.
So for a BQ stylist, BQ just means that you're, well, it's all going to go by personal volume. So it's 300 in personal volume. So in the actual monetary value, I think it's like 340 in CAD as far as like sales go. So if you're, we call that bonus qualifying in a month. So like, I'm going to use you as an example of why bonus qualifying is when really expensive or expensive. I just read the word expensive on something and then said that. It's really important is because if you do start to build a team, we only get paid bonuses on our teammates if we bonus qualify that month. That's kind of where the term bonus comes from, right? We have to qualify for any bonuses. So, and Nada, you and I can talk more about that too, since you have enrolled people so far, but I just want to put it out there for the good of the group, because if, as you guys are, a lot of you are probably starting to enroll. And I know a few other girls on this call have already enrolled someone. So that's really important. But to give you an idea, to bonus qualify, it's like having one party a month, essentially. Like I usually bonus qualify within the first few days of the month. Like that's actually my goal for myself, is within the first week of the month, I'm bonus qualified, and then I'm moving on to the next goals. But anyway, so for Circle of Excellence, if you're a BQ stylist or if you are a senior stylist, it's like 125 CAD that you would earn for hitting Circle of Excellence, and it goes all the way up to 505 CAD. So just to give you, and then you can even earn additional bonuses from that too. So you're going to be like, how there's so many different ways to get bonuses in this company that sometimes you're going to be like, whoa, how do I, and we'll just throw it out there for you guys, because there's just so many different ways.
And one thing to say, to piggyback off that, don't worry about memorizing everything and knowing everything today. Mm-hmm. Kaylee will, share like, okay, Circle of Excellence, Jumpstart in your Road to Success booklet that I know a lot of you got your kits. Mm-hmm. Jumpstarts are in there. So we'll continue to share this information. Don't feel like, oh, I have to know all of these things and memorize them. You absolutely do not. I'm 4 years in and I still have to look things up and ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. All right, guys, questions. We went 4 minutes over, but we have 6 minutes left for questions. Anything you got, or just concerns or anything like that you guys can think of?
Thank you, Jen. She put the income disclosure in the chat.
Oh, perfect.
How, Karen and Angie and Nada, how are you guys feeling? What are you thinking? What are your, anybody have a goal they want to share, what they'd like to earn or what they'd like to put their money towards, or anything?
Yeah, go ahead, Angie. I saw you.
Okay, hi. I didn't, Nada and I have been texting it intermittently a while, all expletives. Just like, whoa, what? Oh my God. I know Nada's laughing right now, but yeah, we're really excited. Like I know, Nada and I are two of the busiest people that I know in my world. But don't you ask the busiest people to get things done?
Yes.
So yes. So I'm really excited, except
Dina,
that
I'm
just dreading that
Angie, I just want to jump in and I want to say, when Dina was talking, I was like, is Dina our best friend? Like, And then I already know Haley's busy because she's just all over the world and whatever. But I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're part of our circle already.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I like when you were saying like you were going to head to soccer and you had 3 little boys, I was like, oh yes,
Yep.
I loved it. It's great. And I feel like that was one of the things I loved about Color Street is it really felt welcoming and comfortable, and I connected and you guys are connecting, and it's really something special.
Yeah.
It's
And
Oh,
it
I'm
is
gonna
nice.
I'm gonna share my goal. My goal is that
Oh.
Nada gets an in-ground pool. She already knows this answer. Nada?
So you want Nada to get an in-ground pool. So you're like, we're gonna just do whatever we gotta do to get Nada to get the pool.
Oh yeah, because she's gonna live in the pool. Like,
That's correct.
be a party in the pool all the time. I'll get
So
the
I just
pool.
I want to give them an idea of how this works. So Nada has 3 boys that play soccer, amongst other things. But last night, after her son's soccer game, I didn't even see her. So she saw my son on the field after her oldest son was playing. And she like sat down to watch his game. I come over at halftime to talk to the other parents because I manage my son's soccer team because I'm not busy enough. And yeah, and there's Nada and her oldest son. I'm like, what the heck? And like she stayed the whole game and we talked Color Street.
Aw.
Yeah.
We were excited for the Zoom. That's it. Okay. I
Yeah,
don't have
you're
any other
like,
questions.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And a soccer night is not a busy night. That's like the easiest night of the week to go watch soccer. So that's like nothing. I'm like, to get the kids up to soccer, I get to sit.
Right.
That's easy. Like,
Yeah.
in a 2-hour window of just sitting there. And that's when you were saying that, I was like, as long as I keep my phones charged, I might be able to send
Yes.
Yes. Well, it's funny now
Joe.
because I got a charging block, and I would take it to we'd have double headers, tournaments, cheer competitions, and I always would have my charging block, and I would bring samples to all the teammate parents. I would, I would engage with them. I would always have my nails done, and then in between, a timeout or a halftime or whatever, that's when I would just talk with the parents like, okay, I brought everybody a fun accent nail. We're going to be, soccer moms or whatever it would be, cheer moms. And everyone would do like a little accent nail, and I would show them how to put it on, and we'd all be putting it on. And then I would always take pictures, and they knew. And I would always, you want to get something to drink out of at all of your sporting events, or get a
Hat,
cute
like
Color
Jen's
Street
hat.
hat. Yeah. So I would go to like our son's baseball games or basketball games or whatever it was. And I would always make sure I had something with me. You guys can carry your bag that you got. And this could be like your soccer bag. And so you always would be branded as a stylist.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
out shopping today, getting some things, and the cashier goes, "That name on your hat looks familiar." And I totally forgot what hat I was wearing. And I'm like, "Oh, that's Color Street." And I'm like, "Oh, I have a sample." And she's like, "I have one of those at home." And I was like, "You should totally try it." Like, I didn't give her one, but I was
Yeah.
like, "You should totally try it." I'm like, "Look at my nails. Like, they're so simple, easy."
Yeah.
And then I went on my way, like, whatever. But it was
Right,
funny.
right.
You just need to remember you're wearing it.
I
Right,
forgot I was
exactly.
wearing mine the other day. I was on a cruise and I was walking out of a restaurant and someone just went, "Oh my gosh," and showed me her nails. And I was like, "Oh yeah, look." And I thought she just saw my nails and then was like, "Oh, that's Color Street." And so we're chatting, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, "Oh yeah, my stylist, she quit a couple months ago. So I'm actually in need of another stylist." I'm like, "I'm your girl." So I gave her my contact info, got her contact info. And then my husband goes, "How did you know that she like sold Color Street? Do you see her nails?" She goes, "Oh, her hat." And I was like, I forgot I was wearing the hat. But like, if I wasn't wearing the hat, like she wouldn't have
Right.
come over to her table.
So true, Haley.
Funny. Oh, anyway.
That's cute.
Okay, so it's 8. So any other like last minute questions or ideas or goals that you guys want to share? Anything?
This was awesome. And we want to say, those who show up, go up. It's a statement somebody said when I first joined. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. You know, and they say learners are earners. So anytime you can get it on a training call, anytime you can listen to something, whether it's on replay or live, it doesn't matter. But if you can get in there and listen, learners are earners, those who show up, go up. That really just stuck with me. And anything I could get my hands on, I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to learn along as I earn, and I'm going to have some fun. And I really definitely have found that has helped me stay motivated and in this.
Yeah, for sure. And connect the dots. I know I think I put this in the chat.
Yes.
Connect the dots is Monday, Wednesday, Fridays in the official Color Street Stylist group. So just make sure you're a member over there. And they do, it's just a little like 15-20 minute training that different leaders from the field will do. And it's super informative. And I got to toot my own horn for a second. I think y'all should go watch the one that I did. It was called It's a Marathon, Not a Sprint. Because I got good feedback that it really helped people be able to see this as like a big picture. And I think, again, like being proactive, seeing that as a newbie, right? Before you get into a situation where you're feeling like, oh man, like, I'm just feeling, you know, because this came too from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but the J months, the dreaded J months, June and July can be pretty slow in just in retail in general. And it kind of was for us for the first time in 4 years. Like we had never had slow June and Julys ever until this year. And so it was kind of just a little pick me up for people. But I think it's good to see as a newbie, because we want to be real with you guys. And it's so fun and it's such an awesome opportunity, but there will be days that are going to be hard. I'll tell people all the time, it's like a roller coaster in this business. So I always put that out there for my new stylists right away to know that like, it is amazing. It is so rewarding. It's worth it. I don't have kids, but I would imagine it's like having kids where some days are harder than others, right? And it's rewarding and you love your kids and you want to keep doing the thing, right? But there are some days that it's hard, right? So, I mean, even as a dog parent, all right, it can be hard. So I kind of see it similar to that. So.
Yeah, just like with teaching.
Yep.
Yes, awesome. Well, this has been wonderful. It was so great to meet you all and to see you, Jen and Haley. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Looking forward to what's to come.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, we'll be in touch. So thanks for taking time out. And I'll post the recording too later if you guys want to share it or go back or anything like that. Okay. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.